Hey guys, what's up? So it's been a while since I've talked about my dick. Did you miss that? Maybe, I don't know. So I wanted to do a quick update talking on phalloplasty. Crazy. It's actually been quite some time since I've done a phalloplasty update. And I've been getting a few questions. I think some people have been like finding my old videos and asked for me to do an update, so I'm gonna do that, but it's going to be more focused on my arm. And actually most of my phalloplasty content or anything phalloplasty related is actually moved to my Patreon. Or all my old videos are still up. My phalloplasty playlist and all that is still up. But any questions, content, blog content, if you have phalloplasty questions, my Patreon is where you want to go. That's where I've created basically go any question flies. I know that a lot of people tend to tiptoe around what might be appropriate, so that's why Patreon exists. It's that kind of safe spot for people just to go crazy with the questions. I mean, be respectful, like don't be completely obviously rude, but if you're curious, that's where you go. Anyways, arm update, because this is also pertaining to something in the future when it comes to potential surgery, which I've officially been out of surgery for a year now. I've gone a whole year, 365 days, 52 weeks without stepping foot in an operating room. That is a record for me for the past 3 years, so yay. If you've been following my journey for any length of time, you might know that I have been having arm tightness issues. If not, you'll probably find the video within the Phalloplasty playlist or my Patreon if you want to, do some research. But my skin graft is really tight, so tight that it is constricting the blood flow to my hand, and it makes it really uncomfortable when I'm working out. It tends to get more swollen, and I was offered basically a possible relief fix that is surgical last year. I ended up passing it over because I just needed a break. So I have the potential of actually pursuing that surgery after my bodybuilding show. Basically, I wanted to compete again before I hopped into another surgery because I just needed a break. I wanted to be a normal human for a bit. And unfortunately, yes, it has been very bothersome with training. It seems to only be getting tighter the bigger my forearm tends to get, or hot weather. So yeah, it's just kind of like, if you can tell, if I just making a fist, the blood flow is coming out of my hand is a bit constricted because of the tourniquet effect around my wrist. One of the biggest things that I think was the problem when I had phalloplasty is how far up the graft was taken. They tend to take it a little bit lower now, depending on your microsurgeon. The microsurgeon that I'm going to for the possible fix or relief, I wouldn't know if it's a fix per se. He's not my original microsurgeon. My original microsurgeon, I don't really want to go back with, because the one I'm going with now is way more innovative and attentive and just doesn't hesitate to kind of think outside the box and try to figure out ways to improve the graft or phalloplasty experience in general moving forward for future trans men who are seeking out phalloplasty. He's located at the Bunkie Clinic. His name is Dr.Lin. So all of them at the Bunkie Clinic are always open to trying to innovate, make things better for us trans guys going through phalloplasty. Couldn't say enough good things about them, so that's why I trust them moving forward. The surgery would be intense. There would be like a 6-week recovery period, so that's why I'm like, I would like to be a human first. I want to push it back. I want to compete before I go into any other repair surgery. So what they would do is take a part of my graft off, regraft it, and by doing that, they think, or Dr. Lin thinks, that it would basically relieve some of the tourniquet effect by releasing, because this scar is stuck to my muscle. So basically they want to release that and put a new graft over and make the circumference of it bigger. all of the confusing details. My brain is really burned out today, so I apologize if the explanation is confusing as hell. In a nutshell, this show means a lot to me, even more so because turns out I might actually be having surgery pretty soon afterwards. I still have this attitude of like, I'm half in, half out, just because it's surgery and I'm tired of it. And my brain is still like, I don't know if I want to go through with it, but at the same time, it's really uncomfortable and I would love some relief. But I'm going to try to suck it up and kind of get it over with, and hope that it does have some relief. Dr. Lin does seem to think that it will help. So I, at this point, I'm going to be like open to giving it a shot. And he said he has booked up the morning of October 22nd for me. My show is October 10th, so it'll give me a little time to recover post bodybuilding show. And I'm hoping by then I will be so tired of working out that I might be ready for a break, because dieting, being really lean and working out and just being pretty much exhausted, there might not be any better time than that to take a break, have a procedure, recover, and then get back to it, So that was just a little update that I wanted to make moving forward and kind of give you another reason why this show is so important to me. And not only is it the first one in years, it could be the last one for quite some time after I have surgery and stuff. So that's all. I just want to give you a little update on my arm, and unfortunately it is tight, and that is something that I always say. If you are someone who is considering phalloplasty, you might not find a lot of information about the feeling of the graft. A lot of people talk about the appearance and the fears of people asking what happened, people staring, it just being overall pretty visible, and that's usually the biggest hesitation. But a lot of people don't think about how it's gonna feel and the functionality of it. I can, I haven't lost any function. I can play guitar, I can, use my fingers, there's no dexterity issues. It's just a matter of there is a slight mobility issue when I get a forearm pump, or when I'm gripping something, my grip is a little weaker, because you can see it just does not allow for this to expand down here, and it doesn't really allow me to it's weaker. And you should get this, what I'm trying to say. So there are some annoyances, some discomfort. It does get painful. The tighter that the bigger my forearm pump is, the more painful it gets up here, and it causes my hand to cramp up right in this area as well now. So that's fun. So I'm thinking it might be best to try to get some relief from that, but I have some time to think about it. But for now, I'm trying to suck it up and just do it. So wish me luck with that. Feel free to let me know what you think down in the comments below. And if you want to ask any phalloplasty related questions, if you want a plethora of information from start to finish, dick pics included, yes, on my Patreon, the link is down below. Alright, peace out guys, I'll see you next time.